gotta tell y'all, I have been enjoying. I have been enjoying reading these comments. Reading these comments, going through the community, going through what Lizard sent me about how the Korean fans have been feeling about what's been going on has been actually very intriguing. Because I feel like for the first time, while I think every criticism I'm seeing is valid and makes sense, I'm not the one who's angry. I completely I trained myself to be ready for this moment because I'm like cautiously optimistic. Listen, I'm hype. I got the little fight, but I know it's getting interrupted. And I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna like how it's gonna interrupt. And I literally trained all week to accept what was about to happen. You feel what I'm saying? So it's been interesting seeing all the people who are very it's very polarizing in my opinion. There's no one really in the middle. It's like it's actually brilliant because Kuda wants to be the new family head and he has to challenge them if he. And then people are like, "Who the could think he is? He just got bodied by Traumerei." So it's been great. But how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Man has ethereal stock. I can swear it doesn't exist as an illusion. Yet it's one he deeply believes is real. I don't get it. Nor why SC let him cook. It was real. Yes, we're jumping that bum. I feel it. How the tables have turned. Street said, "Now I got a verse on the remix." Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me finish this. When I was on Reddit, oh yeah, I peeped Reddit a little bit too. I'm like, oh my god, yo, I'm literally in every comment section, like in my popcorn, like, well, obviously you don't read Tower of God. I don't know what you've been reading. I'm like, oh man, spicy. I'm like, yo, yeah, I've seen some backhanded comments. I was like, this is crazy, but anywho, I want to talk about the community being divided, what happened, how we're feeling about it, and everything, because I think it's been interesting. I don't know how you guys have been feeling about it, but yeah, the Koreans have been on it for a while. Honestly, it's slowly have to accept that they're not complete SIUD writers, even since they also lost it when that Blue Shield BS happened. I don't know if they can be saved, but at least they're not completely lost. Let's see what you did there. My boy lost. I mean, I actually got some of these, so I'm gonna show y'all a little bit that I got because I didn't Lizard took a couple screenshots for me, but I'm show y'all. Yo, there was one that was crazy. There was one that was actually insane. But let me just pull this up. What am I doing? I want Discord. Show me the cord. Okay, that go up. Look at this. So it says, as soon as Kun said it, I worried about the comments. I worry about the rating. These are Google translated, so like they're not great. At this rate, even the final battle with Zahar will be determined by a recess. Like, yo, Korean fans are not having it, eh? They're not having it. Yo, what's going on? You got someone to translate this? You got someone to translate the Korean discourse? No, I didn't. Not gonna lie, I was surprised I didn't instantly get flamed for having a pretty positive view of the chapter. I thought I thought people might be a little angry at me because I'm usually a little more critical, but even I didn't get cooked. And I thought that I was pretty positive about it. Like, I was kind of like, hey, this is good. Having a good time. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But, okay, look. Stop playing games. Oh, on Reddit? Oh, different. Now, Reddit's a different monster. I understand. Look, stop playing games. Like, they're not having it. Because there was this one stream I did before where I went through how the Korean fans were feeling about Tower of God in general, and I was shocked to see how vitriolic they were, how much animosity and hostility they had towards some of the stuff that was happening. Let's keep it pushing, right? If they go all out, they'll fight for days, and everyone around them will be swept away and die. It's a little forced, but at least it's a realistic development. So now you have a little bit in favor, right? And now it's like, I don't know how to discern how much power those two were exerting for us to have any real concrete opinion, but I'm like, it's very interesting. What's up? What's up? Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. Come through, come through. Someone needs to intervene in the middle, but I don't think it should be someone like Kun, but someone who's at least at a decent level. So for this comment from the Korean person, we're basically saying, hey, the problem isn't that someone stepped in, but Aguero? They're like, what? And I think what bothered a lot of people, here's what I think, and let me know if you guys agree with me. If Aguero didn't just get played by Traumerei, do you think people would have taken this a lot better? Considering Traumerei just played him when he thought he was being a brilliant, mastermind, and Traumerei's like, bro, I knew what you were doing. You're unserious. I know there's a traitor. Do you think that's why it's bothering people? Where it's like instead of like learning, humbling himself, and maybe like, okay, I gotta approach this differently. He's like, I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it again. Like, I'm gonna fucking do it again. Like, literally. I think that's what annoyed a lot of people. Does my subscription mean nothing now? I get ads too, bro. Even I get ads sometimes. Yesterday I got like 4 ads. I was like, what the hell? Now I know why you guys are complaining. I forgot to take it off again. I'm sorry. I forgot. I keep forgetting. Remind me before I go live to take the ad thing off. Street tourists in the building. Anaya, I hope you're good, but to be honest, it is Aguero. It is in Aguero character to stop the fight. It was foreshadowed once Gustang said run. He refused to. He refused. Showed he was using his IQ. Don't know why anyone's complaining. Plus, we know it's too early for 2 family heads to fight. And I think that's a fair assessment. I think it's too early for us to see them go all out. But do you agree with the way in which Aguero did it? Like, what if he had a better idea or better plan or better understanding? Like, he came up with something better. Like, I think for some people, it's not even necessarily it's not necessarily that he even stopped it. It's like they don't buy what he was saying or what he suggested. Like, why would someone who just outsmarted him, plus Gustang, who's supposed to be one of the smallest, what happened to my brain? Smartest people in the tower, if not the smartest, why would he listen? Is what they're saying. So, but I hear you. Exactly. Yeah, he got the biggest L, and then he does this again. It feels a bit off, probably. I think the reception would have been a bit more positive. AI didn't get flamed earlier, so I agree. I think the Kun proposal would have fared better if the admin jumped in first, then could do something about that. No, in general, Aguero stocks have been in the mud for me. This didn't help at all. Fair enough. Feel like AA is doing too much. Yo, what's up, Barry? Kun doubling down on top of this interjection was something simple that the heads could have come to on their own. AA slowing down the plot. This chapter made me feel like SIU made the characters too strong. If they're so strong they can destroy everything around them, then when are we going to see them fight? Probably towards the end game. Like, with a lot of these series, when the main character is finally on the level of the strongest characters in the verse, whether they've existed for a long time or they became that strong during the main story or as we were experiencing it, they're generally ready to take the gloves off when the main character or character group is ready to fight combatants on that tier. So, man, I'm trying to find. I don't know if I can find any good examples off rip right now, but like, let's say we're on the 77th floor and Bam is legitimately like, even if it's low level family head like tier levels of strength, I believe that's what SIU be like, okay, gloves off, go crazy. I would argue that the reason why we never saw someone like Sakazuki and Kuzan or Aokiji and Akainu fight in Punk Hazard was way too early. And our group of characters weren't nearly on that level of strength. And it's probably harder to showcase how powerful a character is in the beginning and keep everything internally consistent instead of being like, all right, I'm going to push all the strong characters to the end of the series and gradually build my way there, which I think is what most authors and creative teams do. Couldn't double down on his introduction. Oh, I saw that already. It's like the heads call everyone bugs and don't care about them at all. Then they listen to this bum ass like, where's your hated consistency? I kind of agree with that. Bam should be the one making proposals. That was the next thing I wanted to go into. So a lot of people are like, okay, I even saw this is a comment that I saw very frequently too. They're like, even if it was Aguero's idea and he told it to Bam or whispered in Bam's ear as Bam was saying it or was telling him, like making him read off a teleprompter or something in the lighthouse, but it was Aguero's idea, but Bam was the one suggesting it, they would have taken it a lot better. Like if Bam came in this, because like in a way, it's interesting when you think about it because Traumerei was like, You should do this on your own strength. You want to be free? Free yourself with your own power. And added an extra stipulation, an extra condition to the winning conditions, like how to win, how to clear the game, so to speak. And that's one thing. That's the one thing that I can say that I like that both family heads did end up doing. They both added an extra winning condition, extra stipulation to, okay, we'll agree with that. I'm adding this. Be punctual. Well, I'm adding this. Do it with your own power. No higher rankers, no rankers. And I'm like, okay, I'll take that. Bam should be the women proposal. It's not a bad idea. You know, the last time when Bam went to Traum and made his proposal, that was fine because Traumerei respects him enough to have an audience. Like, he called him a human, not a trifle or a creature, or the way that Gustang calls people vermins or bucks. To be honest, we already got a small taste of what the top can do back in the Floor of Death. I'm not desperate for a full clash at this point. I think what's different about, I hear what you're saying, because we got the 10% punch from Marek. I understand that, and that's still probably the greatest feat in the tower, all things considered. The issue, I think, the thing that's different here is you have a counter force of probably equal strength. So you wanted to see how that would happen when both characters are on that playing field. Urek was the orca whale in the ocean with a bunch of shrimp. It's different when you're like Michael Jordan and playing against me. But it's Michael Jordan and he's going against Hakeem Olajuwon? That's hype. Let me see that. I think it's a little different, though I understand what you're saying. I feel that, but Bam is going to fight them in the future. They're so strong that they can level the whole floor. Is he going to get Kun and Rack to evacuate the whole floor, or can the admin protect the people? I think this was a good opportunity to let us know what the admins really could or couldn't do. So let me, before forgive me if I fall behind in the comments a little bit. Let me just kind of give you what I was thinking, right? So we built, Blades. He's like, hey, stop smoking. This is a no smoking zone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, okay, we'll get at least one chapter of them playing, having a tickle butt clash, and then someone will interrupt it. I believed the administrator or even both. I think they could be different if I remember correctly. It could be the floor ruler. Like a Van Kel's the floor ruler was the floor ruler of 2, but not the administrator. I thought they might both pop up and be like, yo, I can't stop y'all, but please chill out. You're going to blow the whole floor up. Go somewhere else and do this. That's what I thought was going to happen. And I thought this would have been an opportunity to see, like, oh, hold on. Can administrators somewhat control or temper what it is a family head could do, or family heads as a regular still so strong, so powerful that they don't have to listen? I say that because I would argue the 3 strongest irregulars in the tower, I'm removing the axis. No Pentaminim, no Phantominim. So Urek, Jihad, and Enryu all have feats which the other one do not have. Focusing on Enryu was the only one that we know was able to somehow kill an administrator. Can they all do that? I don't know for a fact. So I thought maybe we'd get a better understanding of that in this moment. I didn't expect Aguero to be the one to actually interfere. Part of the reason I tempered I tempered myself a little bit, even though I think I'm rationalizing for SIU, is because I'm like, okay, he wants to be family head. Maybe he's been around Kunadwan and possibly some other family heads, but at least his father enough that the presence of a family head isn't something incredibly intimidating to him. There's something else I'm forgetting, honestly. For some reason, it's not coming to me. Or I'm thinking like maybe he thinks because he's directly Edouan's son, they won't really touch him in that sense, even though he's a vermin, a bug, a trifle, a creature. So I was kind of like mixing all those together, and that was kind of my thought process, just so everyone could know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. Let me see what the comments are saying now. Let me see. I don't give a F about the reasons on them not truly fighting is reasonable. I'm a Konaya. These niggas are too strong to not be fighting. SIU stop blue balling. Let us see. I feel like Bam's always getting dragged around a lot often as someone else using Bam than Bam making his own decision. It seems it usually does this for me. Or this is a bad thing will happen. Yeah, that just happened a lot of times. That's happened a lot of times. I wanted the fight to go longer, to be honest. Yo, what's up, Lizard? Lopo be a Lizard. I also like Traumerei and Gustang's conditions because they didn't just flatly accept the game without any resistance. it'd feel rather silly if they just let them go without any problems on their end. And Traumerei did send Lopobia El Baba to follow them, and apparently the Shinhue, the divine sea creature there, is so powerful the regular will never escape, which moves none of us CBL for life. We're at the point where if Kun does anything, the community will shit on him no matter what. Started ever since he got the fire fish. Is that true? I was actually surprised when I made that video asking who you guys thought the most overrated character in Tower God was, and Aguero got a lot of it. I didn't know a lot of y'all were feeling that way. I think that Phoenix Down Yeon family flare fish thing is it's so much, but I'll let it go. I think Traumerei is the floor ruler, maybe. Honestly, that wouldn't be surprised. That makes a lot of sense to me. That the floor ruler of each of their particular floor would be the family head. I actually like that. I'm gonna rescind that. I think that makes more sense. So maybe just the administrator then. That makes more sense. I agree with that actually. That's my bad. I like that. Administrators can stop family heads. Aguero jumping. Trauma is probably the ruler of his floor. RV Han is the ruler of 400. Yeah. I'm gonna take that back. That's on me. I wasn't thinking like that. In addition, I think administrator can stop the family heads, even if the family heads are stronger. The administrators are like gods, and they are the ones that made the contract, so they probably have restrictions regarding the family head contract against administrators. It's not impossible, but it would have been nice to see. Like, do you think that's an answer we'll ever get at this point? You don't think this was a good opportunity to get some type of answer on that level? Like, I think this was a good opportunity. Maybe there's another one. I'm not saying there won't be others. I thought this was a really good one. Bam, about to wash whatever fish they sent to fight him. So Traumerei giving that condition held no weight for me. All right, I'm not mad at that. Do you like the condition Traumerei set? I want to see Bam having to do stuff himself. Yes, I do like that he was basically like, you're an irregular. You're above these people. Do it with your own strength. I like that Gustang and Traumerei added an extra win condition in order for them to escape or win the game. So I like both of them. No, I think the idea is like it should be no rankers or higher rankers really helping. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Finally caught one live. Just got here. Did you go through the comments on the short you posted, or is that a YouTube thing only? No, I can go through the comments in a bit. I was firstly we're just talking about like how we're feeling about Aguero kind of interrupting the fight. You think it was good? It was bad? I'm kind of putting my pulse in the community because I've seen comments on Reddit from some of the Korean comments, from my own comments on Twitter. I had some conversation, a couple of DMs that I got, and people are on either end of the spectrum for the most part, with a very small minority being like somewhere even keeled in the middle. It's like really good, it makes so much sense, or it's like, how could he blue ball us? So that's what we're talking about right now. I was showing some of the Korean comments. I can go back to that in a second. Bam, fishing mission, fishing side quest. Aguero still thinks he's some great strategist. Bro shouldn't be trying to play chess. He should be trying to play Connect more. Aguero's been great for most of the series, so I feel it's unfair to say he's overrated because of the recent arcs. I'm with you. I'm not an Aguero. I've never like thought Aguero was the greatest guy ever or the worst guy ever. I like him though. Like I've never like hated him. It's like I'm somewhere in the middle. I think in between that. Admins are stronger than family heads. In fact, stronger than Jihad. So the admins could probably stop the two. But if Traum is the ruler of his floor, then he's second to last in line of defense of the floor. I don't know if I agree with that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't know if I agree with that though. Because Enryu killed one. So I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know that the other ones can kill on an a floor administrator. But I don't know if the floor administrator can do anything to them. Maybe they can be like, no Shinsu, like, okay, but I'm physically stronger than you or something like that. Like, so I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. Let me think about that. I think it's crazy that they even entertain Aguero. Crazy. But given Gustang's response, I wonder if he really didn't want to fight a trauma that time. Well, are you under the impression that he had a home field advantage? A lot of people are like, yo, I don't know if Traumerei just said that because it's literally his home field, or like, you know how like Mio Love gets a buff? The Iron Man contract buff on floor 20. Like, I wonder if he had like a contract. If every family has a contract related to their mothership and floor that gives them extra strength in their own territory. The same way I keep saying, Hell Joe may not be the strongest character in the tower, but if you fight him on the floor of death where he has dominion, it's going to be a problem because he has an environmental advantage and be able to control the Shinsu. Food for thought. Where was I? Bam and Kun need to be separated from each other. Bam way too passive when he's with the Kun and basically follows what he says, and Kun can't scheme like how he normally does. Also, his actions became too Bam centric. I can agree with that. I don't get how they even listen to one word out of Kun's, but see, that's how I feel personally. But I guess they feel. I'd have been like, I literally might have flicked him. I might even not killed him. I just flicked him off screen like, be gone, bug, vermin. You don't see the big dogs are talking? Like, stop barking over there. Admins are stronger. Enry will kill the one though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My issues with Aguero is not him. It's just the way SIU is utilizing him. I understand that. The pets of SIU comments still hold weight with him saying the administrators are stronger than the great warriors. Oh, is that in a blog post? How recent was that? Because he's kind of retconned a lot of his blog stuff. So I don't know how much that really matters anymore. So let me know how early or late that was when you were writing it. SU himself said the admin is stronger than Jihad. Yes, home field advantage. I don't think SIU need to separate Bam and Kun. I think SIU just needs to give Aguero development, like his goals becoming the family head. Or like having, he could be very Bam, you know, you pro Bam, but have your own level, your own agent. He used to have his own agency. He did. And I'll buy that Bam's goody two-shoe nature rubbed off on him and made him like a better person generally, but don't lose who you are just to support Bam. I think that's kind of lame. Something I see in a lot of Eastern storytelling. I don't like that sometimes. Yes, home field advantage. Okay, fair enough. I don't think they necessarily need to separate Bam and Kun. I just think SU needs to give Aguero development. Like, I read that, or have him bounce off on other characters. It's just that Enry was so exceptionally powerful that he's in a league of his own compared to everyone else. But you see, I'll just state this here. I'm not entirely convinced. Like, if you ask me, okay, Enryu has to fight anyone in the tower at 1v1. Would I have been on Enryu? Yes. But if Enryu and Jihad had a fight, or Enryu or Rek had a fight, and let's say I'm reading the newspaper the next day, and it says, Enryu... Oh, this is not a newspaper. This is not even... Did I pull up? Anyways, I'm reading the newspaper, and it says, Enryu versus Urek. Urek was the winner. I wouldn't be shocked. Enryu was the winner. Wouldn't be shocked. It was a draw. Wouldn't be shocked. Enryu versus Jihad. The winner was Jihad. Wouldn't be shocked. Winner is Enryu. Wouldn't surprise me. Draw. Okay, fair enough. Like, or battle royale between all three of them. Like, to me, no outcome is shocking. Though I would put my money on Enryu if I was a betting man. I don't think any outcome would be like, I would be like, Jihad beat Urek in a fight? What? Like, what? Like, that's not going to surprise me. I'm going to be like, oh, okay, well, the more you know. I wonder what happened in the fight so I can analyze it and then discern why one went over the other. That's how I feel. That's why I said earlier, it matters to me that each one of them have a feat the other one doesn't have. Enryu, an administrator dying, Jihad becoming the king of the tower, getting the contracts, all the items and things that he has, the power to see fate, whatever. And Urek being the fastest to climb the tower, right? Like, they all are throwing Shinshu at the speed of light. Like, they all have a feat the other doesn't have. That means something to me. AA stands for an accident. Could need strength before he thinks about outsmarting family heads. I agree with that. Does Gustang even want to get rid of Traumerei? Maybe he wants him to regain his memories inside with him. That's an opinion that I've been seeing for about a month now. I brought it up in one of my later videos that do people think that he wants him to get his memories back from Leviathan? So that's something that people have been saying. Aguero needs hard humbling. I'm feeling out. I'm feeling put out. His perspective is becoming a family head and how he is right now. Okay, or something. I miss Machete Man. I need more chaos. I don't mind the game set up by Aguero. It's the fact that they actually listen to the bug annoys me. I got you. It's like Aguero's goal to overthrow his dad has been forgotten at this point. Yeah. One thing that might change in the translation, but Traumerei said Shinhui are in their home advantage. They come back and get stronger, which makes me think some animals can use Shinhui without a bowl, but Shinsu without a bowl, but they become stronger and the whole mothership is a bowl for them, something like that. Sorry for my bad English. No, you're good. You're good. The mothership being a bowl is fascinating to me, but I'm not worried about El Baba or that divine sea creature. I'm just not worried about it. Personally speaking, I'm not. Do you think Jihad of and the Great 10 family heads can use Shinsu against an administrator because Urek couldn't against the Red Thressa? That is a good point. And Bam somehow was able to circumvent that with the Thorn. So I wonder if him and Enryu are different in that sense. It's food for thought. Like I said, I could be wrong, and maybe Enryu's so much stronger than all of them. I'm just saying I haven't really seen any of them do anything yet. I can't. All I'm doing right now is just voting or making assumptions based on my gut. My gut. It's not nothing crazy. So I didn't say that they died. I said one lost. I did not say death. I said lost. Did I? If I said death, I misspoke. I said they lost. This is the same argument I used to make about like the admirals for One Piece. It's like, oh, Fujitora gone to fight with Kizaru. Kizaru won. Okay. Isho won. Okay. Like they drew. They're both knocked out. Okay. Like no outcome would shock me. What? What? Yeah. How do you think Gustang and Trom ranks pure strength wise out of the family heads? I think Gustang is the smartest and probably second best with Shinsu behind Eurasia. I actually think Traumerei is physically stronger than him. I don't know if he's a better hand-to-hand combatant, but I believe he can buff himself with the abilities and powers and characteristics of all types of animals and creatures that exist through mythology, the ones that are extinct that Holland can use and all that stuff. Like I could see him literally like turning his like arm into like a turtle shield and blocking an attack and then turning it into a dragon claw or something and or like pulling you in with the octopus hand while like hitting you with the Spider-Man. Get over here. Like I could see him doing all that, personally speaking. I don't think just controlling animals is what makes him super special. But I do think Adwan is Kun Adwan is stronger than both of them from top to bottom in general. I would put my money on Kun Adwan. That's just me though. I think he's sixth, right? I think he's sixth. Like Grand Switch to SU to give Bam the Slayer to officially give Bam the Slayer title, allowing a loophole where he isn't permitted to climb the tower through the Jihad Empire. He'd have to do admin tests, allowing Rex with him to get power up for more. I think we've all in my community at least we've all already assumed that they'd have to do administrator tests climbing. So I would like to see that too. Allows exploring the other tower too. Oh, that's a good point about the outer tower actually. Maybe learn more about the ancients and such. I want to learn more about Arcanak. And Ryu used the thorn to kill the administrator, didn't he? I think so. It could, but isn't the thorn related to Enryu, or is it like was it the administrator's horn? Now I'm drawing a blank. I'm gonna have to reread the Floor of Death and come back to y'all. I don't care about the divine sea creature, but Al Baba's my last hope for Lane to get some spotlight. Let a man hope. That's look at all of us Kaiser fans, bro. We all seen that man with the wolf and said, please give me a crumb. I just need a taste, fam. Give me something. Be like the reason that he sent me here is I've been the errand boy for the local Bia ever since someone in my family who was supposed to be a princess failed to become a princess. They were like, yes, this is what we've been waiting for. I'll take that one line. Give me something. Give me something, bro. Oh shit. I wanted Good humbled. I wanted him hurt. I wanted him to truly realize his place in the world and understand that when Gustan calls him a bug and a trauma red trifle, it isn't out of malice but a simple fact. And SI continues to fail me. I like that. It's not a malicious statement. It's a statement of fact. I like that. Well said. I think what makes Henry different from all the other irregulars is that he's a messenger of God, and that God gave him the immunity against admins or something like that. Basically, the outside God made him. Oh, I like that. I do think he's different. I do. I do. I see a lane copium. Shit, I'm trying to SSJ for Traumerei coming. I've always thought Enryu was unaffected by admins. Either he turned himself into the Thorn or created the Thorn with all his power. And he's the only person we know apparently that could just create life, or who stated who could create life, which means he could have like something similar to the power cosmic or matter manipulation, which is fucking broken. Like literally a god. Everyone thinks right below Arihan. Arihan's fifth, right? Yeah, okay. Try I'm gonna combine with Cobalt and start throwing gang signs. I need that. I need it. Kanadewan Prop still training while Gustang and Traumerei practicing their chess skills. Elaine Copium. Copium! Elaine, SIU, do something for me. You do something for me. I'm a Kaiser. Yes, I'm a Kaiser fan, but I'm giving up hope. I would love to see more. I understand, but listen, man. I'm gonna grab the cliff one more time. I fell. but I landed on a branch, and now I'm back on the cliff, hanging on, like, with one finger left. If I mess up this time, I drop down and I'm done. I'm cooked. I could say I think the character for me I've definitely given up on secretly is Karaka. I might have just given up on Karaka. I'm not winning with Karaka. I'm tired of taking L's, bro. I'm tired of it. Tired of it. Elaine Copium. I typed that completely wrong. I meant because he was unaffected by the admin. The thorn was created by him and turned into the thorn himself. Okay. My fault. Elaine Copium, bring back the juice box. The juice box was clean. I feel sorry for y'all. I'm right on the other side of the river. Elaine's getting nothing. Leave us alone, man. Let a man dream. Oh shit. Elaine Copium and the Dorsey Copium and not Copium. You just have a lot of Copium in this chat. Also, when Bam got the thorn, didn't he hear a voice? I also assumed it was enemy talking to him. I don't remember actually. I have to revisit season 2 a little bit. I haven't reread Tower God probably. Well, that's not true. I read the first season. Season 2 needs a reread. So let me reread season 2 and then I'll come back to you from that. I don't remember. I think I would accept the situation if later on Gustang and Traum double cross or outsmoke and someone said, "Fuck your game, bug." Okay, I'll take that too. Like maybe they're not even really playing along. It's all like a humongous 4D chess move type beat. A lot of people get Enryu is the emissary of God, apparently. Chief Loki is a dummy god. We need more info on him, SIU, please. It's a little BS saga. We have to get something for Elaine, right? I would like that. Copium. We hanging on for dear life. Also, Elaine Copium hitting different. Don't do it. Don't give me whole SIU. Karaka is over, bro. I know. I'm finished. I'm finished, blood. I'm finished, blood. Why are we still here just to suffer Copium? Unmask Karaka when? I don't know. Does anyone know what happened to Ren? He's still with Bam and Cole. He's in like centipede mode. I think he's with them on the ship secretly. Now I'm thinking about it, cause he like acknowledged, like, no, Bam's strong. Bring him in the family. He nice. He beat my ass in his fucking like leech mode. Why can take off his mask? Tell us about the red light district and disappear from the story. That's crazy. That you have to do it like that. You have to do it like you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. Karaka is a victim of overexposure. He was cool when he was scary. Sith Lord just chilling. Yo, who remembers the Wagnan guy? He was a good dude. Yeah, Pokemon trainer. Antimatter Shinsu bombs. I'm glad Karaka was never my slayer. Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. He was raw. He used to be cool. Is it just like who always said that Will Smith used to be cool? Karaka used to be cool, man. Going back to the family head and Jihad strength to Enryu, while I'm still trying to find the exact blog post on the wiki, it had been said that even if you use all the strength to admin, Jihad can't win, but I'll continue. Okay, that's all right, fair enough. But I had white, so I probably had the worst. Oh, dang. Yeah, makes sense in some regards. To the Thorn is probably very a specific godlike power. Data J called Bam similar to an admin. When he ignited the power of J and called the second horn through godlike power. Yeah, on the hidden floor, I remember that. It's true self mod. It's hilarious people call Karaka their god. He's funny though. I don't know if literally any of that made sense. No, no, you're. I got what you meant. I got your main point. Damn, don't do my boy Karaka like that. I still like him. He's my boy. Maybe I'll get redeemed. Let me cope. Still praying to Karaka as a female. I feel that. Yama is cool. I don't know about Yama. I don't know. I might be down on Yama. I don't like any Slayer really. It's just Bam. Only the Slayer candidate raw. The only thing that I give up is FUG Slayers are all disappointing for me. White was my only hope, but yeah, we know what happened with White. Bum ass FUG, get the bulls out of here. Karaka only watches the news. He ain't cool. He's a boomer. I watched the news. I'm a boomer. That was my Slayer. Now I'm Team CBL after getting that Bozo backstory with his pet father, Bam, my real Slayer, all those other burgers with some polars. They ain't slaying shit. CBL. All right? All I know was Bam. All I know is LeBam James. 25th Kirby, 25th Galactus. All right, that's all I know. Now you 30. You sure you're a boomer? So am I. I am a boomer. I'm from the solid generation. It's just funny because I'm like, yeah, I'm like when Crocker said that, I kind of felt it, but I also felt Hell Joe and Hell Joe was like, I need to read this comic. I'm like, I understand that. I get that. Get out of his office. Let him read in peace. I understood that. That I felt that in my soul. Peppermint said to a Mort, that untamed dude and loose likely to pull up. I don't even know if I care about a Mort now that his story's not connected to Yama. At least not in the way that I know. Maybe just a Mort is still connected to Bay Road in some way. The blog post had initially said way back when, but yeah. Now the ads. I'm dying. Why am I getting ads? I'm sorry, bro. Getting jumped by GTA ads is crazy. Ads. I'm free. Someone save me. I forgot to take it off. I don't even remember what I clicked. I don't even remember what I clicked. I forgot to ask Townsy to save me, bro. But you know what's crazy? I get ads too. Yesterday, because I just watch here for the most part. Yesterday, I looked at one point. I looked down. I'm like, Mountain Dew. I thought I clicked on someone else's stream. Like, this is my stream. Why did I get ads? My fucking account. Not even I'm safe. But no, but my problem is apparent they show like 5 ads at once. Play 1 or 2 ads. Why are you running 5 ads? I'm so tired. I'm not getting that money, eh? Twitch is taking all that. We're going to kick, bro. I'm kidding. Anyways, yeah, I think Jihad's army, at the very least, some of the commanders of the corps like Calivan and whatnot have shown to be a little more competent. Even the Ratchet, I think, had a good showing. I'd argue the worst one was actually Liboric, but Liboric was a bit of a replacement, if that makes sense. He was Calivan's replacement and Calivan the real one. You feel me? Yeah, I lost my support when Yasrasa pulled up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel that. I'm sorry about the ads. I don't have much hope for Sato anymore, but Loose Lake should be fire. I think Loose Lake will deliver. At least Loose Lake has the V lore. The Bam's daddy lore. At least we'll get daddy lore. The tech is to remain a Slayer candidate. CBL. Once you become an actual Slayer, you're trash. You gotta stay a candidate for the rest of your life. Twitch is so pathetic. It's so pathetic. It's so all of these are bad. It's just that I know that a lot of the alternate platforms most people aren't ready to use yet. But I'm secretly cooking up all accounts on all the alternative platforms and everything. I'm going to look into Kick. I am going to look into it. Am I getting added as a subscriber though? What's the part of my sub now? Emotes and nothing else. Ask Twitch. I don't know, man. My worst TOD take is wanting Yas Ratchet to survive. I don't care. SIU's make it happen. Most of my season teach us Yas Ratchet. I think it looks bad on Traumerei if he lives, but I'll say this: if you're gonna let him live, don't drag out the like, oh my core, I'll die in like 6 months. Kill him or let him live. Don't drag it out. Oh, will he? I don't want to play that seesaw game. That's all I ask. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna keep him alive, just keep him alive. If you're gonna kill him, just kill him. Do not drag it. That is all I'm saying. So yeah. Twitch. Speaking of ads, you can repeat the last 90 seconds. I got a 3-piece. Get the revenue though, my guy. I appreciate you. I forgot what I said though. I'm late. Didn't know this could be a TOG stream. I kind of got inspired to do it based on comments I read. It wasn't something I was necessarily planning to do. But I used to do more than one Tower of God stream a week, if I'm being honest. I used to do a bunch of more discussions and stuff. It's just I haven't. Also, it's summertime. And everyone who's been here for a while knows when it's summertime, I like to be outside. Lyborg is more of a schemer than a fighter, but he did disappoint in the end. I hope you see another fight so we know if it was Caliban being a counterpart to his ability or is he not strong. I think I can agree with that. He started off pretty strong. I agree. Neko Gang needs to survive just to give him a sensu bean. You're gonna die moments before saying something really important. Maybe Traumer loves chess so much he'll end himself if Gustang beats him. That's how he dies. He goes out like V. Y'all think V really self deleted? He Minecraft himself. By the way, Nai, which character in the lore so far do you think will be the most integral or hype to the story? I personally have mine as Loose Leg, not just because of the power, but because of everything that he knows, especially for Bam V and Arlene. Yeah, that made complete sense to me. Like in terms of actually having information, like I still believe it to this day. I'm not a fan of getting like information dumped. But when Garam had Arlene's pocket in the floor of death and gave us all that information, that was an incredible information dump. I think Loose Leg will up that by literally having traveled with the 13 great warriors and being close to V specifically. I think we'll learn a lot from him. And he's probably like one of the strongest in tower habitants that we're going to see in the story, a la Bayak Ryun and stuff like that. Like people who are not irregulars, but are stupidly strong. I think you have the right. You're right there. Is there another one I'm considering for later on in the story? Hendo. Blood matter because he's the only one whose contract is different. I think when he's finally in the story, we'll understand more relationships about the 13 great warriors, how they may have bifurcated as time went on, and how cool they are today, and why he didn't get it. So I'm gonna have Hendo Blood Matter as one of Hendo Lock Blood Matter as one of them too. I think for some reason, out of all of the family heads, he's gonna be so important because he doesn't have the immortality contract. So I'm gonna give him his credit. Shaw loves chess. Damn. If you going on, if V, that go like V is wild. V looks like is dude left in disguise. No proof. I'm waffling. I kind of like it. The way it's going, the war will not even happen. I just checked my subscription. It says it includes ad-free viewing, false, treachery, treason. We gotta fight them. Garam Lord Dump is goaded. I don't know if V actually did himself in. Garam didn't give the whole story after all. For me, it's the boss. Oh, Captain is going crazy too. Him, the boss, the captain. Is he captain? Yeah, that's a good one too. I actually think maybe V offing himself, or at least the reason or why or how it went. I think it's propaganda. I don't think we have the full story, but I totally forgot I had this open. Let me just go through these a little bit more. So these are the Korean comments that I was reading earlier. So yeah, so this comment was just saying someone who's stronger should intervene. Marriage game, saving the teacher, escape game, freedom game, tower of the game anime. Its place, which by the way, this was translated with Google Translate. These are Naver comments about the Tower of God chapter and whatnot that my boy Lizard gave to me. So I was going through them. It's a place with strong freshwater pressure that even rankers can't stand. Badminton running around in the middle of Shin something ever since he came in the tower, yeah. Honestly, it seems like Kun's involvement is a necessary part of the storyline, but the overall production level is too low from beginning to end, so Kun's intervention does not evoke the tense atmosphere of the Gaju battle, but it seems to be talking without knowing the topic. Gustang, the most intelligent tower in Tower of God settings, is being sent like this again. How many characters have been ruined by Kun? I wouldn't have criticized so much if Bam suggested it, not Kun. I would have been okay if it was Kun whispering to Bam. As soon as Kun said it, I went to the comments and went with the ratings. At this rate, even the final battle will job be turned by suppling games. So yeah, they're not having it. G. They're not happy. They're not happy. They're not having it. Looks like it's the man who knows some of the most about the tower and its history. He's one of the oldest people in the tower, potentially older than the family head. So if he's one of the biggest lore keepers, most definitely. And the lore chapters are some of the most delicious, in my opinion. Urek, he's the most recent regular minus spam. He can tell us about the current outside. That's a good point actually about Urek, because Urek sounds like he just comes from actual South Korea secretly, in my opinion. Uh, if he actually did it himself in, Garam didn't give the whole story after all. It could be set up. It could be a setup which via himself. Another honorable mention for me is N. Oh, N is a good one too because I Adori too secretly, because I need to know more about the 30 months and the key to the floor of the 135th floor. Maybe we'll get info on why Jihad decided to stop climbing. Yes, and maybe that hostile administrator will know more about them. That administrator. They spitting. Someone should have thrown Kurt out the kitchen. They just like for real. He was not cooking. LOL, Could now gets my respect for pissing off the entire Korean TOG community. Could is ironically better when he isn't around Bam. Unfortunately, there's a lot of characters in fiction that are kind of like that though. I'm gonna give you guys an example. Wait, this is not one comment, is it? Okay, I think this is the next set. Yeah, Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's a character that I think when Harley Quinn is not attached to the Joker, I think she's a far more compelling character. I do think with Ivy, it's hit or miss. It depends on the creative team, but I find she's a much more interesting and compelling character when she's not attached to the Joker at the hip. When she's attached to the Joker, I just want to rip out my skin. Like, oh my god, it's insufferable. Like Stockholm syndrome. Like, okay, Mr. J. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I just me. I don't like it. If Quinn was with Bam, then Jihad appeared in front of him and hit the floor, covered up, convinced Jihad to play a game of Mahjong with Bam. It's crazy. He's that oh shoot. At the very least, I like that Scheming Kun is back in some capacity because he lost a lot of scheming. I will say this because I feel like people forget this moment because I liked it personally. Maybe I'm overblowing it. I like how we helped take out the Lopobia the Windbird branch leader with the bullet teleportation into the Wind Core after Doom and Paul were fighting against him. I thought that was a decent plan, all things considered. And but I hear you, Mr. J. Got her in Stockholm. The Stockholm chokehold for real. We need Rachel to come and blow up Aguero's heart again. That's interesting because I feel exactly about Harley. But hey, I'm an Ivy fan, and Harley brings her down, in my opinion. It's fair. I'm not mad at that. I can't say that I read. I can't say that I read enough Harley Quinn, or I'm Harley a big enough Harley Quinn fan. So maybe you've read more Harley Quinn than I have, but I enjoy Harley on her own far more often than I enjoy her. Like even I actually think she's even dope when she's with Task Force X. I like her on Task Force X, but that's just me. I have to. I wonder. Did I? I wonder if I'm so behind in some of those shows. Okay, let me. I find the next set of the comments I wanted to find. So let's see what Korea's saying. It's not about playing the game. It's about being able to speak in front of. I don't know what Gazum is that the Gustang? Oh, I guess I don't know Adwan. Even if you don't care about what your son is doing and you let it slide, how can the selectors talk to when the two of them are fighting? Even rankers when they're in front of who's the Gazoo? They're crushed. They can't even look up. I don't know what that is. Their writing is broken, the story's broken. Why don't you take a break and revisit the first episode? I missed the heavy atmosphere and slightly darker writing of Tower of God. Not even 1 star. I'm really fucking tired of chess masters. It's funny how he doesn't even know what he's talking about and he thinks he's dealing. When you just about to play a chess move and take your time. Why should I keep your word when you're screaming at Lopobia? You're thinking of making another deal with the dregs of selectors. You're thinking of making a deal. Think about the balance and make a story, bro. They're not having it, eh? It's too unbelievable that the Gajus, who are considered bugs and insects, except for the Gaju class, would be so readily accepting of Quinn's proposal. The problem of securing an asymmetrical. Sorry, someone's calling me. I gotta ask that later. Strategic Aztec chestnuts is that it will change the course of the war. Is handled according to the method proposed by the bug. Could is not convincing enough development. It seems that the writer tried to make this part smooth, but it's not enough to separate it with a single line. It's a shame that the build up for this part should have been ready, because it's a place where you should have prepared a pillar, put it in, but you couldn't prepare a pillar, so you put a long angle instead. Today is the first time I ever wasted a cookie while watching Tower of God. I don't know if that's like a webtoon thing, but like y'all feeling that anger, that vitriol, the hatred. I love it. It's moving me. It's moving me. They're not having it, bro. They don't. They're not having it. You think Gazoo is just Gustang? Okay, fair enough. They cooking Kun. They cooking him. Gazoo's trying to minimize his name. They cooking it for real. They're so pissed. Oh no, Gazoo probably means family head. Okay, isn't Gazoo the alien from Flintstones? They are feasting. Can't blame the Korean fans in whatever country. No one likes a cock block. Where do you think? Wait, where do you think Magnus Carlsen rank in the Tower of God? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't know. I don't know that these rankings even mean anything at this point. I really don't. Like, I used to think power was the most important thing. Now I think influence and recognition might be more important than power, or power is second, personally speaking. Yeah, hatred, I love it. Gamun means family, so Gozu might be family leader. Family. Okay, thank you. Damn, he said he paid for fast pass. Yeah, he said he wasted coins. SIU is gonna kill Kun after reading the comments. They were not having it. Damn, forgot I'm an hour behind. Oh, sorry. I put the real time out, man. I put the time out. Leo, they're angry, as Simi would say. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. 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 Want to keep going? Let's keep going. I'm having fun. I'm a chaos merchant. I'm probably gonna fold without Fisher Tower God. Basically, it's the limitation of a writer who can't solve anything other than games. If you're gonna do this, just hire a story writer. Don't get stuck with something you can't do. See you, Young. See you senpai. See you senpai Sansama-kun. I'm sorry. Why do you play chess with Kun's in an atmosphere where it's gonna be fun to fight head to head? The Tower God in the past and the Tower God in the present have a I don't know what Sailbung means, but he's very grumpy. Even the second part, the character of the night was usually gentle, but he was active. Quinn was good at distinguishing situations. He should act like an intelligent character, and when he shouldn't. The characters also had their own distinct personalities. Even though the story in part two was loose, like in part three, people enjoyed it. Why? Because the characters were attractive. The biggest problem in part three with the storyline, and he was very squeamish up to part two. If you look up the description of the main character, he is the he is only God and seems to know everything. Looking at Lang and Hang Sung, I guess Han Sung, I don't know. If you were scared and tense, but you have a lot of emotions from the family heads, don't you? Since I'm doing this, I want. Honestly, from Ban's point of view, Gustang respects him by saying he's Arlene's son on the hidden floor. But from Ban's point of view, wouldn't he think that it's right to stick to Gustang since he's going to it would be a war anyway? When did Ban become a passive supporting character and could suddenly become the protagonist? Yo, dog, they go crazy. They go crazy, son. They said if you can't write, hire a writer. Yo, no, yo, I honestly, I kind of respect it. I think there's constructive criticism. You don't have to be nasty and vitriolic. And obviously, I haven't seen any death threats, which is good. I don't do that. That's childish. Grow the fuck up. It's a fictional story. But Jesus Christ, they mad. Naya, these are all your past alts. No, they're not. Those are these are my KD burner accounts. Every comment is just actually me going in the Korean, typing in the Korean, English to Korean. Man, SIU was in the kitchen cooking. They are flinging shit at the window. Let me see. Sorry. Dog, that's crazy. Line telling him to get an actual opt. That's what I'm saying. SIU gonna need a new therapist after doing these weeks comment. I mean, games are great when climbing floors, but to settle a war is a little wacky. Like the family heads are basically gods. Take what you want and don't take offers from bugs. They are telling this man to get out the kitchen. The Koreans are rising up. Wait, is that Korea bashing it? Yes, it is. Although the West with it, I rate it. They spitting. They are not spitting. I would never bash SLU like that, but damn, this shit is funny. SLU should hit up Kurigam for erotic tips. That's a good point. That's a fact. They breaking free from the CSL, the certified SIU lover curse. Yeah, man. And I thought Red's anger was intense. This is something else. I'm just saying. And you know what I need? You know what I need, guys? More. You'll lose a lot of reach after the day. This is the first time after the 10 families are fighting and they're playing a game at the suggestion of the selectors. Honestly, looking at Kud's attitude, it would have been more appropriate to kill Traumerei or Gustang for being arrogant, but I don't know what they have to do with this. I don't know what to expect from the lower ranked kids, whether it's Zahad Corps commanders or princesses, when 10 great families fight like real aunts. The era of I guess SIU being a goal. I don't know. Sinnoh goal is coming to an end like this. I fought Noblesse and something else, but now Constantly says Tower God is the worst of them all. Tower God's not worse than Noblesse. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't have to, you have to go that far. You have to go that far. I like Noblesse. You don't have to do that. Have you been playing games for over 10 years? You've been playing this shit all day, every day. What kind of gambler cartoon is this? It's so pathetic. Oh my god. It's not even what the game is about being able to speak in front of the family head, Edouan. Oh no, I think this is the okay, I got to that part. Alright, okay, so that's where it loops. Yo, that's wild family. That is crazy. Does Revolution use Emily as a means of communication? The revolution, like the combat technique? I don't think so. No, I don't think. You talking about wait the shit you learned at the Guardians? They are not pleased when they say we are in Kakekuri. No way, lol. Yo, the next chapter needs to be great, but there's going to be a lot of how is this regular so strong? Let that nigga know. Yo, I'm saying, bro, they bad, bro. Like they really bad. They for real not having this shit. It's crazy. That kind of crazy. And guess what, guys? There's more. The directing of family level battles so uncommon. It's funny that Troy Murray, I like that. Troy Murray didn't get one kill with Shinwan Ryu in the nest. Even if Majino touches one finger, everything around him melts without the bear he rates. Even if special Shinsu, the two high rankers are going to control the strength and say they'll kill someone if they can't do anything. Are you fighting? The 10 great families who exist in level tower god language are hard. If you look at the build so far, they're called gods. Gustang calls other bugs. Trauma calls other objects, trifles, creatures, whatever. There are beings who can kill with just a glance, and these are the beings who have no meaning if the corpse leader is swarming. But why did you kill the weight like this while during the first fight of of these 10 states? This is not the fight of the 10 states that I expected, regardless of the amount of content. You start the gods by blowing them up, then you express like they're having an argument before a baby fight, and then in the middle you have a weird one, Alga meditating the fight. Then you're like, does it make sense? I don't know what kind of build up you wrote for this, but this is not the way to present the first fight in the worldview. Please reflect, author. This is really not right. It's not. Please reflect is crazy. It's not even like you suck. You suck. You're trying to like please like reflect upon your actions and improve. Like, yo, that's so passionate. Yo, nah, they cooking. They different over there. They might have my respect. They might have my respect. Oh my god, son, they're not having it, bro. They're not. Holy crap, bro. Please reflect. Please reflect. That hurt my feelings. If someone wrote that to me, that would hurt my feelings. Please reflect. I'd have read that comment and felt some type of way, like you little raggedy bitch. Exactly what I would have said. You think you're nicer than me? Holy fuck, yo, dog. Oh my goodness, this is this is great. This is content, bro. We might have to read Korean comments every week. We might have to read these every week, bro. Honestly, this might have to be a new segment every week. What does Korea think? That might have to be a new segment. Honestly, I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking. That might have to be this might have to be a thing from now on, bro. Holy fuck, they have me crying, bro. I'm crying tears, sweating and shit. Oh, we're not angry, disappointed, do better. Yeah, but no one died with Trump Shinwanri. That was very weird for me. No, he killed that one guy who like started the game in the lighthouse that no one cared about. Did songs unsolved trauma agree twice to Kun's dumbass plans? I feel that revolution as in the group, Captain and Rachel. Oh, I'm an idiot. My fault. You said probably because didn't we see Emily for the first time again back when Rachel appeared? I think you're right. I think maybe they're talking to Emily. I frig because when Rachel popped up again at the end, I'm trying to remember exactly. Oh, I gotta remember. I don't remember. I gotta revisit that. The girls are part of. Oh wait. Oh, that's his group. That's Gororu's group, the lizard guy. A lizard group. Lizard dude talked about that the Jig song, the revolution in the group. Rachel, I don't understand the trauma going on. For real, yeah. No one died. Do better. Please reflect. They're trying to slander respectfully. Respectful slander is elite. Clint stocks have plummeted. Sell now. Jesus, those are Bud Light stocks. Sell those. Those are Anheuser Busch stocks. Get rid of them. Disrespectful. They're trying to make him feel the shame and teach him a lesson. I know. Maybe may get a hiatus after he reads these. SIU said he needs to leave and go through some closed door cultivation and try again. Oh my god. Where was I just now? Well, what's up, Abe Nation? What's popping? Everyone jump SIU right now. That's wild. Treating him like a student in English literature class. Yo, there's tears of eyes. SIU with a hiatus for that comment a lot. I understand. I'm here for it. Oh god. At least once a month, career going crazy. I'm here for it. I'm down, especially on Wednesdays. Okay. This is in this week's of Korean comments, bro, I was drinking water while reading these comments and got all over my screen from laughter. Joe's gonna be so angry at these comments. He always gets angry when Koreans are roasting SIU. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Ultimately, it's not my story. He probably made a lot of money. He's a very successful man. Like, I think he's got. I don't know if he has a family or wife or kids, but I'm like, he'll be all right. Like, what I think doesn't matter. That's why I don't trip. But yeah, I don't. and I can't control the internet. The internet is a wild place. People are gonna have out of pocket comments and commentary no matter what you really do for the most part. You feel what I'm saying? So the way that I look at it and the way that I see it is, if you're gonna criticize someone, I think you should try to be respectful about it. Like constructive criticism. Just be like, honestly, I didn't like this. I thought it was ass, or whatever the case is. To me, I only get like upset or I'm like I don't respect it the moment you go into like death threat or threatening territory, like I'm gonna come to your house or I'm gonna dox you, or that's when I'm like, you're actually a fucking pussy. Because bro, you're getting that upset and livid about a fictional story that you're gonna try to literally ruin someone's life by maybe, showing where they live or wishing death upon them. That's the line for me. This is just all banter. That's not nice, but I'm not a nice person. I'm mean, so I'm laughing. This is peak nonfiction. This is peak IRL. If I was SIU, I would have just stopped the series after these comments. I wouldn't have. I don't. I don't know if I'd read all these. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Cough, cough. MIA fandom. Yep, I didn't realize that. Yeah, please reflect. It's very, very respectful. Tears in my eyes, man. Please reflect. Like I'm tearing enough. If you're not a fan of those words, go raw fire. Click out the comment section. The Koreans, at least they slandering his story and writing. Yeah, like they don't. It doesn't seem like, I don't think anyone's like. I don't recall. Maybe I'm not remembering, but none of them seem like that they were ad hominem. Like SIU, you are a shit person. You are not a good dude. You should like it's like they're criticizing the work. I can respect that. First stream I can make it. Welcome. You love to see it. I'm moved. To be a writer, you gotta have a thick skin. I think to have any type of public work out there, writing and making something like a TV game or a book specifically for sure. But if you're putting yourself out there and you have very thin skin, I don't think that's the thing for you. If you're gonna be even like any type of public figure, like I'm human, things get under my skin, but my skin is very thick. Like I generally laugh more at negative comments than I don't, because to me sometimes it tells me more about you. That Hunter x Hunter video that I made when I called it overrated, they're still angry at me. There's still days where I go in that video and they're like, "You're a stupid, dumb black. You will never become anything." And I'm like, "Cause I don't like Hunter x Hunter like that. I'm a loser. I'm a failure in life." Like that's not saying anything about me. That's something on your end of the field. I don't take that to heart. I just go, "That's crazy," and I laugh. I like it to heart. That stuff makes me laugh, but not everyone has my dragon skills, if you will. I got thick skin. I've been through so many things that are worse in my life to the point where I've almost lost my life. I'm sorry. Internet words are very rarely gonna hurt my feelings. Just not. I've been through a lot. So yeah. You should have seen what the Zoro fans were saying to me that one video where I'm like, why do I remember what I said? And they're like, "You stupid, dumb nit." I'm like, yo, hard R? Because I had some Zoro criticism? Yo, Zoro fans went crazy on Vidrio Wano, bro. They were not having it. I got hard R's, coon, jigaboo, stupid. You don't read, got no comprehension. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. SIU is what Tagashi after all. Jesus. Please reflect is a little personal. Peak nonfiction. LOL. As long as you get in the bag, he'll keep it going. Feel it. Move to be a writer, have thick skin. I'm pretty sure you'll see the criticism and try to prove them all wrong in the future. Who knows? Maybe the chess will be some fire Harry Potter shit. For all I know, they're both playing Aguero, and like it'll come full circle, and we'll look dumb later. Like, oh, we jumped the gun. We got angry too early. We might get the SIU apology next week, just like when we got after the Blue Shield fiasco. I never seen SIU apologize so quickly. Like, yo, literally the next week. Yeah, I remember that. Tagash line to be giving me life. I need it. I want another one. I totally lost where I was at. Oh, somebody said held for racism. No, you're good. I don't know if Automod, just let it play. That being said, SCU shouldn't just bow to people. I actually agree with that. Even if reactions may seem angry at first, he should keep calm and go on with his work. Letting him cook is something I've always liked to do. No, you should write the story you want to write. I think when it comes to criticism, you could look at it earnestly and see, but you should always write the story you want to write. Xbox Live, yeah, like I've been on Call of Duty calls and whatnot. Like, oh, you black hole, you like Jamal, you like fried chicken and watermelon. Like I said 2 words. What's up, y'all? I said 2 words. Black watermelon. You want some fried chicken? Like I said 2 words, dog. Like I come from a different era. I'm not soft. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Zoro fans is like Zoro for real. Minority hunters, bro. Of course, Zoro fans are racist. If you survive the modern warfare lobbies back then, you can survive everything. I agree. I agree. Did I say anything about ZKK? Yeah, I said ZKK. I called them brain dead. The Zoro killing Kaido Club stuff was the stupidest thing I ever seen in the One Piece community in a long time. So yeah, when Twitch got glitched, brother, I hear you through the ads. Hey, that's raw. What the hell? Um, Ads on both devices? That's crazy. You didn't think one? Um, does the weight justify the quality? Criticism from Hunter x Hunter still hits me, hits my soul. I can't get upset when it's just a factual statement. Afa. Zero, the Minority Hunter, JKK sounds absurd down to its basic concept. I hear your big black lips smacking against each other was one of the most racist things. But you know what was bad too? The moment anybody in a call heard a woman, oh, make a sandwich, oh, in the kitchen. I'm like, oh my, bro. She said a word. Hey. Oh, is that a girl? Yo, they're so unhinged. That was a crazy era, bro.
Peace,
Thank you for the subscription, my boy, Banana Bully. I appreciate it. 2 months, yes sir. So yeah. I've heard some things, man. I've heard some things like yeah. So I don't know. It's. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. It just is what it is. It was what it was. And I've been able to build up my defense and my hockey and my resiliency
Yay.
throughout the years because
peace.
I've heard a lot of mean things. I've even taken a lot of criticism as a football player. Through school newspaper. Actually, one time when I missed a very crucial penalty, I got cooked for like months until the next season. Like, trust me. And the first time I had to deal with an online mob being mad at me was that Supergirl article I tell you guys about, where I said Supergirl was super ass, and they're like, "You don't like it because you're a misogynist fuckboy pig, okay? That's why you don't like it." And literally, I cooked every part of the show. I said it's ugly, it's filmed like shit. I hate every single character. The characters don't follow really any of the lore. Like, I had not one positive to say about anything. And where do they default to? Misogynist. I'm like, all right. Hi, man. It is what it is. Am I gonna give my JJ can appears when it ends? Yeah. Is it almost done? Is it? Are we in our in the end game? I haven't read it in like. What's the last thing I actually read? I know what's been happening. What's the last thing I actually read? It was like after the fight with Hakari and the electrical dude. No, they took things. Thing took things body over, and they freed Gojo or something. I don't even remember. I don't know. But yeah, did you keep reading the comments? I'm gonna keep going. Them CW shows were not it. That's what I'm saying. I like Smallville, but even Smallville has problems. But yeah, like I just didn't like the show. And they're like, "You son of a bitch, you." I'm like, it's like 2015, and I'm like, it's like before I even knew there was like a culture war, so to speak. And I was like, "What did I do? I hate this. Is a bad show." And my editor Daryl's like, "Listen, just stay cool for a while. Keep." I'm like, What do you mean? I didn't do nothing wrong. It's not a good show. No one should watch this. I like Supergirl. I'm a Superman guy. I'm from the House of L, bro. I fuck with my family. That's Kara Zor-El. That's my cousin. Like, what are we doing? So, anyways, they cook it Sukuna. They saying he's a fraud. All right. Let's keep going with the Korean comments. Let me see. Where are we at? We're in the end game right now. Probably end of this year, earlier. I'll finish. Okay, bet. JKK gonna be all over the TL in a couple of hours. I believe it. The directing of the family head battle so uncommon. It's funny that Traumerei didn't even wait. Did I read this already? Even if Magino touches with one finger, everything around him melts with a bear he raised. Are you fighting? It's really no fun. What should I do? Even if two householders in the top 20 rankings fight, it's no different from two five rankers fighting. I'm guessing that the something language mentioned in this episode, the Ray Barracuda, is also a source of Urek's nickname. The war between the Forbidders and Lopapilla doesn't mean much in itself, and it seems to be a show of force for a larger purpose. In this case, it doesn't seem too absurd in theory to accept Quinn's trivial game proposal. However, there's a sense that the game has become too heated in the new tower, and the family heads who viewed the selectors, minions, insects immediately accepting Quinn's proposal seems like an undignified caveat. I think it'd be more convincing to have two family heads clash a bit more, causing troop damage to both sides, taking pointless damage. The knight is in danger. The character with a bit more something like an administrator intervenes kind of development. I actually agree with this comment a lot. So yeah, I agree with this. This is so funny, man. Tower of Kun will continue next week. That Kun, thanks for reading. This is how they used to spell Kun's last name actually. We're like Kun, but they said Tower of Kun. That's crazy. Damn, Google Translate that accurate? I don't know. I don't really use it. The most sane comment yet. It would be better to just finish it. These days, fishermen, wave catchers, spear bearers, and so on. These days, there's no meaning, and there's no. So basically, saying positions are useless. The U.S. and China are in the midst of a crisis, and I'm going to propose a chess match. That's crazy. That's crazy. What? The head of households, their former dignity is gone, and Kun speaks like that. But when I see him listening to everything, Gustang and Traumerei definitely feel like people much lower than Kunadwan. Damn. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, yo, what are we doing, G? What is this between the two? There's times people in the world and there's Sonny playing chess. No, I'm not kidding when I say it's not fun. I've never been so angry at a webtoon before. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, blood. Tower of Quinn. Even as the story goes, SIU shows some of the real cool stuff. Even now I really like and inspires me to continue making my own TOG series, considering my OCs. Even Traumerei compressing Fandoy Heart gives me inspiration. I love it. I'm here for it. Spit. Hey yo. I mean, cause it could have Dwan is really Tower of Kuns. You know what? You might be right. You might be right. I feel like a Dwan and Blood Matter have the most kids. China used to say this. Why do they cooking? That's what I'm saying. Positions only really make sense in a full team setting. True, 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 true. I can't believe he's done this. Some repeats in there. My bad. You're good. You're good, bro. Imagine if that dude said America chose the location. China gets to choose the game. Chinese checkers. I'd have been deceased. Not related at all, but I'm happy when I found you. Like Fairy Tale. Fairy Tale quality wise is fine, but personal enjoyment is great. I think that I think balance is important. Like ultimately, I am a highly critical person. I think it's because I excelled at critical thinking. Like when I think of academia, that's what I excelled at. I wasn't a mathematician. I can't add. I can't multiply. I can't subtract. I can't do fractions. My history's awful. I'm literally Zoro or Ryoga Hibiki. I never know where I am. I don't geography well. But if you need me to read something and understand it, I'm good at that. So I think that, and because I study storytelling a lot, I have a really good grasp of what you should or shouldn't be doing, though I don't think there's a one size paints all. So I'm highly critical about things in the story and storytelling. But I do not think you should be so critical that you forget to enjoy yourself. Have a good time. And Fairy Tale was fun. Fairy Tale was funny. Fairy Tale got some bad bitches. Okay? Like, you see Lucy? Like, I'm looking. I'm looking respectfully. That's all I'm saying. Like, and the fights in Fairy Tale I like. They might end nonsensically, but I even like the choreography. Zonkro, I think he was the god slayer of fire when they were fighting on that island. That fight was crazy. That was a good fight. So like, I like Fairy Tale, man. I don't like Raven Master though. Shout out to my mangaka. I'm gonna get on Eden Zero. I promise I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna get on it soon. I'll get on it soon. Maybe that comic got a point. Maybe everyone is so cold and trauma or is afraid to body his son. I mentioned that earlier. Like, I wonder if Aguero knows because he's literally his son. It's not a good idea. I don't know though. Couldn't have been disowned, so why would he care? Oh shoot, he was disowned. That's a good point. Couldn't has connections though. But maybe they don't know that. I don't know. Actually, no, they do know. He's known. Even Han Sung, you knew that as early as the last not the last examination, the Han Sung examination. Hmm. That's a good discussion topic. I think for the next stream that we have, that should be a topic. I've been writing down topics I think we should talk about for the next big like family head stream. I want to do more than one a year though. I feel like we should all do one. Like I should do one, Joe should do one, then like Ryzen should do one. Maybe have like once per season, one in the summer, one in the spring, one in the fall, one in the winter. But I'll talk to them and see how they're feeling. Like kick the can and everything too. Sunwoo. But yeah, them twos bring enjoyment. True, Money Mashima, Lucy, Ezra, Kagura. I'm just saying, Freita got baddies. Yeah, Mashima drives the best women. I don't know about best, but he's up there. He's up there. He's in the top 5. He's competing. I read Iza recently, and Heroes going crazy with all the drawing girls naked. Yes. I mean, plot. Yeah, really good plot, man. You know what I'm saying? I really care about the story and the writing. Witch Hunter. Woo! Ah! Talk. Let them know. They don't know about that greatness. They don't know Lizard. Oh my goodness. But also my boy who draws History Strongest Disciple. Mew? Shigure? Oh my god. Man. Even Oh Great for air gear and stuff. Oh my lord. Difference between the two, they're the strongest in the world and are starting playing chess. Oh wait, I read this already. The direct thing with the family level is so uncommon that no, I think this not a repeat. Wait, is it a repeat? I think so. No, I'm just going in circles. I have to go to the next comment. That's my fault. Give me a sec. Give me a second. I think the next split is here. Looks like Phantom Minim also played chess. Then a single kun is cool. There's not one, not even not Rad. Rad's cool, man. There's no sense of intimidation to do that in a fight between family heads. Still, it's the first fight of the family heads. There's no tension like this. Conversation is so childish. Kun, you should be moderate. The battle scene of families is cool, but the drawing is the best ever. I really enjoyed it, but the development really seemed like a breakdown of the setting. Kun would have been cut off as soon as he opened his mouth, but the two households stopped fighting and were only listening to the deal suggested by the selector. Looking at Karaka's reaction to Urek and Kun's reaction to Yuri before, whether it was a hell train or I guess floor of death, the situation only seems like it's really settings collapsing. I know the intention, but the name is the family head. Where has the family head status gone? No matter how much Kun is, but when I think of Kun in part 2, part 3, he seems like a different person. Respect Machete. Yep. But now you can't have a discussion with Joe Haku and others because they're 11 weeks behind. I can. It'll actually be up to you guys to just not spoil. Or if he goes on hiatus again, I'll wait until he's caught back up. But yeah, it'll be one of those things where we'll have to say which chapter we're on and then whatever. But maybe what I should do is do one with like Milios and Ryzen, the people I know who read Duras, and then do like a safe for work one or something. Or maybe I'll record it in advance. I'll figure it out. Mashima Matsuda top 10 drawing women. Yeah. Is it really 11 weeks? I thought it was like 9, but that's crazy. Respect Machete, not even Iran. Actually, Machete out here. Facts. Respect Iran. We go respect Iran here. The Kun family still the best. Aguero won't drag them down that much. I agree with that. They're wilding. If 2 of the 10 families collide, but doesn't make sense for the fact that the select people are fine. The drawing is far behind compared to the days of That Is Hard. To be honest, if you look at the drawings, That Is Hard is the 10th week now. Or at least some bystander reactions. You used to be good at that. This is ridiculous. I can't move my body. If those two start fighting seriously, this is going to be over. Or some oh my god line. I understand that. Why are you stepping in on all the landmines when your readers are telling you not to? Why are you stepping on them, writer? Why are you stepping on them? Okay, you don't tell them what to do at the end of the day, even if you're not happy with the story, my brother. It's not a different scene. It's ridiculous for a single selector to intervene in the conversation of God use if it was an actual game. But 10 great family heads plus your rec, and the rest of the family heads who are dealing with the bugs are okay with a single selected regulars deal. The actions is ridiculous, and the writer who sucks cookies. Oh my god! While developing in this way is also ridiculous. Young Jihad also expressed his grandly in the manner of the needle of Mystery Island. Hey, one of my favorite moves. And Gustang only pulls out a few blades. How did the new tower become like this? Wow. I think he was this one. I think he was this one. I think you're right on that. I definitely think you're right. I think this was the last one. It's like a second lieutenant playing a game with Putin and the president of Ukraine to decide who wins the war. It's insanity. That's unhinged, bruh. Oh my god. Can't believe it. Can't believe this blood. Blood. Blood, I can't believe it. I sorry, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I did. I did. All things considered, I think the execution definitely leaves a lot to be desired. But again, I prepared myself for this. Is anybody here a fan of your line April? I don't remember this called in Japanese. What's the Japanese name for your line April? I don't remember what it's called. Hold on. Your lie in April. I don't want to spoil anybody. That's why. 'Cause I don't talk about it that much. Shigatsu no wait. Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso. Your line April, right? I'm bringing it up for a reason because I'm good at doing this. Plug your ears for like 20 seconds if you don't want to get spoiled on your line April. I knew what was going to happen based on how the story was progressing. So when the ending happened with the letter and the passing of a certain character, I didn't feel the sadness that I was sad. I didn't feel it intensely because I literally spent weeks preparing myself for that moment. I said, I know what's gonna happen. You're ready for this. You must steel your heart, strengthen your heart. You must numb your emotions so when it happens, you are ready, good sir. That's what I did. I did the same thing for this chapter. I'm like, listen, you know you're not getting the full fight. You know that. You know that deep in your heart. Temper your expectation. Reel them in. Something's going to interrupt it and you might not like how it happens, but be ready for it. So when it happened, I was like, oh, damn, but all right, But I wish it was better. That's all I wanted to say about that. Hydrate. Gotta drink some water. Some H2O, some hydrogen to oxygen. Now you're better than me controlling your emotions. I just cried. Nah, that one didn't get me. There's a lot of ones that got me, but that one didn't get me. I was ready for it. I saw it coming a mile away. I'm like, she about to die, bro. Nah, you're not getting me. Clint did like sometimes was the mediator between Bam and the family heads. The issue is that no one gives a fuck about that since the family head should have the authority to ignore his gooberish antics. I understand. They might be cooking young Zahard and Data Zahard way better showings than Gustang or Traumerei, especially the Zahard in the flashback when in action or a family had Naya. Oh, I read it already. The best part of your process is that if it happens, then you were prepared for it. If it ended up being a different way, you expected it. Yeah, exactly. So when I do that and it doesn't go my way, I'm like, I was wrong, but I'm happy to be wrong today. Type of thing. While I would prefer Bam being the one to propose, it feels like Kun is back on his original goal with talking to family and stuff. I could. That's the rationalization that I went with. Where I'm like, I would argue an action like this is family head esque, and if he wants to lead the Kun family, this is something he has to be able to do. Oshi no Ko got my ass predicting what's gonna happen in that first episode. Like sometimes when it catches me off guard, I'm just broken. Like when what happens in Topa Tengen Gurren Lagann, I dropped the series for 2 years. I left. I said, "Oh no." I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken. Even in Death Note, when it happened to L, and I'm like, "Oh, L tricking him. He gonna open his eyes. He gonna be like, I knew it was you. Psych. I ain't dead." I kept turning pages. I'm like, did I miss something? I turned back. I'm like, L's gone. No, not my. Couldn't believe it. I said Kira will pay for his crimes, bro. Light Yagami will not see heaven. I mark my words. Mark my words. I thought he could be like, psych. It was a fake. I don't know what I thought. I thought El was scheming, bro, but he just closed his eyes and he was like, and I was like, no, my favorite fictional literary detective is gone. You're ripped to a real one, man. I figured she was gonna die because she clearly wasn't getting better. Yeah, in my opinion, it was a little abrupt, however inevitable. But I'm excited to see how Bam shows his powers and levels and realize he's not playing. I wonder if he will also exceed the expectations of strength and ability of Gustang and Traumerei. So that'll be interesting. Naya, why am I not getting the alert for your tweet about the Nuggets? I don't want no goddamn McDonald's. The Nuggets? Oh, Denver. Lagan got me twice. That's my shit. Yeah. I should have L should have won. Facts. Real, I was opposite. I was rooting for Light to win. Really? I was. You know what? Like I no. I became a light hater after he killed L. Before I did. I liked L, but I like Light. But as soon as L got out there, I'm like, nah, I don't like him. I don't like him. Get him out of here. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Psych. That's the wrong number. Aguero gonna challenge his dad to a game of family head title. His dad gonna make the game about who can clap the most cheeks. Is crazy. His dad gonna be like, "All right, if you beat me, we family head." He's like, "No, we're gonna play chess." He's like, "No, we're gonna fight." He gonna throw a spear at him, and Quinn fucking dead. Aguero dies. He doesn't become family head. Is Yoa gonna become the Yeon family head? You guys think? Do you think that's the little thing? Where's she at, bro? Kel really had that girl. Kel and Wool really kidnapped her and just had her with like whoever the captain or whatever. That's crazy. Could anything happen in Tower of God that will have you drop it? I don't think I'm above dropping any series, no matter how much I love it. But it would have to be something that I think is fundamentally so egregious that I would just no longer care about anything else happening in the story. Like, I might be like, okay, maybe I'll just read it when NRU pops up and move on. It's happened before, but I have to think of an example. I don't know. I don't know right now. I can't think of anything right now, but yes. I don't think I'm above dropping any stories. I even think I would. I think the only, you know what? You know why I probably wouldn't? I misspoke. I probably would just read it on my own. I might stop making content about it just because I've spent so much time reading it. But I don't know if I've been reading Tower of God long enough that I feel that way the way I felt about Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece though. Because One Piece I've been reading for more than half my life. That's different. That's literally like 51% of my life, so to speak. Tower of God's not quite there yet. And if I was able to drop Kingdom Hearts and Danganronpa eventually, I don't think Tower of God might be one I'm willing to drop. But I generally don't think I'm above dropping certain series. But like Naruto and Bleach came a point where I didn't care anymore. But I felt like I invested so much of my love, time, emotions, and care into it that I just wanted to see it to the end. A part way through like the Thousand Year Blood arc, I didn't care anymore, but I was gonna finish it. The fourth Ninja War, I didn't care anymore, but I was gonna finish it. So I'll just read it. I wouldn't talk about it, and I'll move on with my day. I could see that happening with this series if something egregious happens. You got no chance. All right, damn. Couldn't kills Ace and Bam spins the block and takes his harem. That's crazy. Stop watching Death Note when L died. The episode where L died was the last episode of Death Note where the anime ended there. It's facts. Well said. Agreed. Agreed. People still doubt Bam is him. He is. He is, man. Unfortunately, he became a bum in the last chapters. Nah, couldn't gonna become the Yan family head. Shout out to the family head. Yoa got yoinked to never return. Nah, couldn't gonna become the Yan family head. Shout out to the fish. So like One Piece, you don't like Bleach. I don't not like at this point. At this point, my opinions on those things have changed so much because I was much younger. I was more emotional, and much more vitriolic towards certain things I didn't like. I don't like Naruto. Bleach, I'm pretty neutral on. I'd say I'm indifferent. There's things about Bleach that I like, but I'm indifferent on it. I still like One Piece, but boy, do I not like it as much as I used to. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Because I don't think about One Piece on my spare time anymore. I used to. I've been thinking about Tower of God way more than thinking about One Piece since SIU came back. Like I'll be in the streets and I'll be like, that nigga really just said, "I'm at your house. Come outside. You a punk. You a coward." And Traumer's like, "Yo, even the dust belongs to me on my floor." I said, "That's kind of cold." Like I'll be thinking about that kind of thing. So yeah. One Piece has been dropped for me. Fair enough. Wano was tough. Wano was not it, bro. Wano was not moving me. I did not like it. Did not like Wano. One Piece is drop for me. Fair enough. I still love it, but Fairy Tail has ended. The Fairy Tail has ended. Fair. Has Kupara surpassed One Piece as your number one in fiction, or is that monstrous? Monstrous is up there. Kubera's up there. I don't know that I liked it more than Monogatari though. I still think I like Monogatari more than I like Kubera and Monstrous. So I'd have Monogatari above them. One Piece is still first though. Um, for better or for worse. No, I don't know. Like JoJo's up there too. Like JoJo Land's been hitting. I like JoJo a lot. It might be time for me to remake my list, eh? My top 30 anime and manga list and do a stream about it. Should we do the joint stream that we were supposed to do last year that I ended up doing alone? It might be time to reconfigure the list. I haven't made my list this year yet, and I actually have read a couple of new and watched a couple of new things. Yeah, but as far as ongoing, you said it's ongoing. So Monstrous, Kubera, JoJo Lands, One Piece, Tower God, Mashul. I like Mash. Mashul's fun. Kaiju, Sakamoto. Even though those three I haven't read in weeks, months, even. And Zelda is still amongst one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. Zelda hasn't fallen off for me yet. So there's Tears of the Kingdom. There's a lot of things that I still like a lot, a lot, a lot. But I would say the top three would be Monstrous, Kubera, and JoJo Lands. I'd say right now that's the three-headed monster that are my top three ongoings. That feels right. Monstrous, Kubera, JoJo Lands. So yeah, need that stream for real. Yeah, it's hard to be Nishio Ishin. Yeah, Nishi. You guys know that's my dog. Like you've seen my shelf how many times? That's my dog. Like I've been rocking with him literally since this. This is like 2008, if I remember correctly. The Los Angeles BB murder cases. Like that's how far. That's how long I've been a fan, bro. Like I really mess with this dude. Y'all seen the sweater I'm always wearing? Nisio Ichi on that? That's my dog. I won't be recently. Not sure I'll pick it back up. I understand that. I'm really not mad at anyone who's dropped it. I just like I've been here too long. I have to see it to the end. I just do. Whether or not I'm happy or not, I have to see it to the end. I have to. So yeah. One Piece fans are awful though. I understand. Naya, do I like Mana more as Arigoto? Monogatari. Monogatari is my favorite work of Nisho Ishin, followed by Madaka Box. Then probably Katana Gatari. Then probably you go Zarigoto. Then Pretty Boy Detective maybe. I don't know. I gotta think. I don't know why. I don't know why I went back then. I'm not pulling that off the shelf, but I gotta think about that. Think about that. I trust Curry. My list changed a lot, at least for manga. I feel it. Yeah, we gotta do that. I'll ask Pat and Simi and Vince if they want to join everything too. Tyoge's always been on my mind, partly because of my dedication to it, but also because I've been my own fan fiction for this series. I'm deep into the rabbit hole. I understand that. I feel it. There was a point in my life where I really like I slept, eat, breathe, shit in one piece. That's all I cared about for the most part. That match I've been fired. It's been funny. So I watched the first 2 episodes. I read the manga. I have to watch the rest of it, but I actually saw 2 episodes of it. Gotta go at the monsters. I let four. I think I let two stack. I think I'm two behind. Tower God's been repeatedly regaining and losing my interest throughout this third season. Not sure how I really feel about it. I can understand that. It's this being a Tower God fan is really a roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. It was all time. You gotta throw in Bug Fables up. Oh yeah, well, yeah, Bug Fables. Oh yeah. My bad. Bug Fables. You know. Gintama never gonna touch for number one in fiction. This rewatch reminded me. See, you know what? You're lucky because your favorite thing went to like ran long, ended, and it was great. Like my shit's still going. It could go up or down. You know what I'm saying? But Gintama's been in my top five since. And it's never been out my top five. So yes, Madaka Box Elite. My favorite manga character of all time is from Madaka Box. Of course I'm gonna love it. Madaka Box out. I've been trying to get my friend to read it. I think it's an acquired taste. It's not for everybody. I can't even compare Kubera to other anime manga. It's just too good. Like with ads, damn. Gintama is great. I think if I read Kubera as long as some of people that I know read it, I'd be with y'all. But like, I love Kubera. It's great. Every week it moves me, but I probably need to be with it just a little bit longer. Than I feel like I'm true. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I still feel new. That makes sense. I still feel like a new Kubera fan. Like I need a couple more years under my belt. But yeah, the stretch from SA to SS was peak. Ads Naya is Naya regular appearing while the ads are going? What do you mean is me appearing while the ads are going? One thing that makes me curious for TOG right now was what Jinsung Cha Aguero are supposed to go and do now right now. Also, I know what's happening with the Arlene tree, the snow tree, where Mule Love is at, the GOAT, the greatest. Shout out to Mule Love, so we need him. Twitch! But when it comes to like manhwa, I think Kubera from a definitely from a writing and storytelling standpoint is clear. I do like a lot of webtoon art more than I like Kubera's art, but I've never thought the artwork in Kubera was ever bad. I always thought it was good. Vibrant, colorful, different. Did she have to work on some things like action? Yes. And it's, unlike Togashi, she didn't run from the grind. And she actually worked on it. And in season 3, we see the Sword of Re going crazy. Thank you for gifting a sub. Appreciate it. What if Arlene is a bum? That's kind of funny. I don't know. It could work. I think I don't know how if it works. She'd have to be at least a good spellcaster, right? So, or good with magic. So I don't know. Kubera got a high school. I'm a reader as my elite manhwa. Manhwa for me, I don't even know. I gotta think about that. Did I finish Gintama yet? You mean the manga? Yes, but I never watched. If you ask me if I watched the movie, no, no, never. I never finished the movie yet. Yo, that Neon Genesis movie and Gintama movie just be there every day looking at me like, you gonna watch me yet? And I'm like, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. Yeah, yeah. I've been finished it off because there was that one week I didn't want to do it because I couldn't believe it was ending. But I don't remember when I finished it. I sucked it up one day and I finished it out. But I want to reread it. I want to reread it when I rewatch it because I have failed. I have absolutely failed at doing revisionist history this year. But if there's one we're doing in December, it's Gintama. I promise that's getting done. I don't care if I have to do it alone. I'm doing the revisionist history for Gintama at the end of the year. Runa is so pretty. You averting your eyes. I mean, in general. Wait, averting my eyes where? Oh, like I'm look, I'm looking outside because I saw someone in the sundress. I wanted to see if she was cheeked up. Leave me alone. I'm a pervert. But yeah, planets. That sounds familiar. Is there a 3D like movie about it? Like a 3D animated movie film about that? I think I might have watched that. That sounds familiar. If there's not a revision history, no, as doing it, it's definitely Hitman Reborn, Run Back number. Yo, we did so many Reborn streams last year. It was kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Oh man, Zurada. Gonna get my Gintama manga and anime rewatch before December. Yes, you gotta do that. You gotta do that. Let me look up planets for a second because that looks. I feel like I've seen a movie called that. Wait, it's plain. Plain TS. No. Let me is there a film? So what the fuck was I thinking about? Hold on. Planet anime film? Okay, well, I don't know what I was thinking about. There's a I remember this specifically because this was around the time I think I watched this a little bit after I watched Space Pirate Captain Harlock, but it was like the 3D computer generated version of it. But I don't know. Is it good though? It's about clearing space debris. Focus on the characters. No, like, that got no. Space Brothers. You just reminded me of Space Brothers. Now, there's a lot of shit I used to read and watch that for one reason or another I just fall off and forget that I was reading it. Like I never finished Yamada and the Seven Witches. But that one was more because it pissed me off. Because at one point you're just like, We're gonna rehash the exact same thing with 7 new witches, and I'm like, oh my god, turn it off. I got so upset. It's by the Vinland Saga author. Oh, then I have I have enemies. All right, I got enemies. I like the Harlock 3D CGI movie, but that's different. No, no, I like that too. I even thought the Legend of Sanctuary Saint Seiya movie from 2013 looked really good as well. Crystal War. Pegasus! Ryuseiken! Now you're rapid fire the game series you're a crackhead for. Zelda. Used to be Kingdom Hearts. Used to be Danganronpa. Is that it? Ace Attorney. Fire Emblem. Is that it? Is that it? A lot of these are like things that I used to care about a lot, but not as much anymore. Take a gander. Take a gander. I'm a Sonic guy. I'm a Sonic guy. I like Sonic. I'm a Sonic guy. I am. I said Ace Attorney already. Valhalla is my favorite, like currently standalone visual novel. If that means a thing. I am a Xenoblade guy, but Xenoblade Chronicles 2 didn't move me, so I don't know if that counts. I don't know. I do like Hyper Light Drifter a lot, but I haven't played Hyper Light Breaker yet, which is not out. I mean, Paper Mario, Paper Mario, Paper Mario, Paper Mario, Bug Fables. I think I'm gonna be really into Born of Bread. I never got big into Undertale lore. I know Undertale lore is deep and everything, but never got really great crazy into it. But no, Kingdom Hearts. At one point, I used to know like everything about Kingdom Hearts, but now I don't know shit. I don't like Kingdom Hearts anymore. That's why. But I would put Zelda at the top of that list, probably like Zelda and stuff top of that list. You're a Sonic guy. Did you play? Did I play Sonic Frontiers? I played it on Ryujin X Yuzu at my friend's house. I did. I am a big Zero Escape fan, but I can't say that I think about it all the time or often. Like if it comes up, I'll talk about it, but I don't know if I'm a crackhead for it. Am I a crackhead? I don't know. Did the Final Fantasy 16 demo move you? He who cannot be moved if you have a PS5. I didn't play it. I'm not a Final Fantasy guy though. I've played the first one. I'll tell you my Final Fantasy like kind of. I watched Advent Children. I played Crisis Core. Then I played Disgaea one, not to Disgaea, Dissidia, not Disgaea. I did play Disgaea, but Dissidia, I like Disgaea a lot too. Disgaea might be up there, at least like the first one, because I'm Lahal, Etna, and Flan. I like that trio a lot. What the fuck was I talking about? I would put Fire Emblem in that list. I'm a Fire Emblem. I talk about Fire Emblem pretty often. Sorry, what did you ask me? Oh wait, I was talking about Final Fantasy. So I played the Dissidias. Then after Dissidia, I played one. And then I played 15. I think that's it. And then Chocobo Racing. And that's it. That's all I really played. So I'm not really a fan. And then like whatever I got from Kingdom Hearts. I'll play the demo. I'll try it. I played Undertale once, got the pacifist ending in the game, told me not to replay, so I didn't. That's crazy. No, I played a regular run, a pacifist, and genocide run. I did all three. You're is that Friday the Freddy crackhead? But honestly, my number one crackhead game is Addiction is Soulsborne series at this point. My favorite Fire Emblem. It's not. I don't want to go genealogy. I see. This is one of those things that changes every time you ask me. Genealogy's always up there, but I've honestly always liked the Ike games the most. What's the first Ike game? There's Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance. Probably those one of those two. And as much as that game has so much issues in the hard mode stuff and blah blah whoop de whoop, it's the relationship with Ike and Zelgris, the Black Knight, that I was just like, I really didn't see this going the way that it did. But probably genealogy though. I don't know. Genealogy or Path of Radiance. I'll go with one of those two. One of those two. I do like Awakening, all things considered. I know that I'm not a new Fire Emblem head. like the new era. I call it waifu emblems, but I actually like Awakening. I didn't like Fates. I like any path. Conquest was my favorite path. I didn't like any of them. I did not play Engage because they did not look engaging. I played Dark Deity instead. So I haven't played the newest one. I don't know. I might get around to it. I never played that in the Fire Emblem, the Idol game that meets like Shin Megami Tensei. I never played it. I actually have it somewhere, or I had it for Wii U somewhere. But yeah, Path of Rage raid on this. Yeah, it's crack. It's great. It's great. Man, the wait for Kingdom Hearts 3, which resulted in me buying a PS3 and PS4 in hopes it would come out, and we got uh, like I I I started really having problems with the game with Dream Drop Distance because I didn't like what they did with the nobodies to some degree and some other things in there. I can't even remember all of it. But when 3 came out, all I remember is immense disappointment. I didn't like Kingdom Hearts 3. I just did not like that game. I did not think it was worth the wait, and I'm pissed off that I wasted my time waiting that long. And Danganronpa betrayed me. I was a super Danganronpa stan until the anime was really bad. I don't understand why we did that. The Open the Spirits, I did not think they were good, and they retconned the my favorite thing about my favorite character Junko Enoshima. Then V3 came out, and while the ending of V3 pissed off a lot of people, I was already mentally checked out by the fourth chapter. V3 started so good. But I got unlucky in that game. Every character I like got murdered or was the blackened. So by chapter 4, or maybe it was the fifth chapter or whatever, everyone that was left was all the characters I didn't like. Luminary of the Stars. Oh my god, shut up, bro. Like I don't like you. so, so yeah. Silk Song would be my new crackhead addiction if it was real. Yeah, there's only Hollow Knight. There's no Silk Song. But yeah, I'm a Path of Rage Radiant Dawn is fire, man. It's fire. I think my favorite F game was Fates minus Revelations, but the story is Path of Radiance. I didn't like Fates. I guess I just didn't like it. The only game I'm cracking for is the When They Cry series and the Science Adventure series. Ooh, Steins Gate kind of counts, but I can't say I'm a crackhead. Like I can't say I'm a crackhead, but I am a very very big fan. I love Souls. I need to play more of them to complete them all. I don't. Now, you ever check out any other manhwa aside from Kubera? I really like Omniscient Reader. I've read a lot of webtoons. I feel like I've some of you wouldn't know this because you're new, but like I started with Noblesse, Tower of God, God of High School, Tower of Bath, Girls of the Wilds, oh my God, Red Storm. Why am I drawing a blank, fam? You know what? This will help me a little bit. Look at my list. Because some webtoons that I like are not from Korea or from like Line Webtoon or anything to start. I have read the beginning before the end. I've read a decent amount of that. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, House All. There's Smutwa. Yeah, I'm a Smutwa merchant. So like the porn whores, like the Shekshi ones. So like yeah, she is young. Do I have are any of these in the wrong order? Because I can just go through this real quick and show you. I don't. Okay, yeah, I can put this on screen real quick. Nope, that's definitely the Discord. Like right here. So like yeah, so I got Kubera, one Tower God. Romantically Apocalyptic is really super dope. Something else. Do you believe in magic? Ana Nara. I actually really like Purple Hyacinth. I gotta catch back up. This is like the newest one that I like a lot. Noblesse was my first one. Frankenstein's one of my favorite webtoon characters. Drug Candy, Smutwa. I like that a lot. RRBA. This is from a guy from South Africa. Super dope. Girls of the Wild. Shout out to Moon Young. I like that a lot. Household Affairs. More Smutwa. Love Sucks for These Losers. I think it's made from this black guy. I think he's from Miami. Cyril Lance. If I got that wrong, got that wrong. Used to really mess with an ordinary. Shout out to my guy Arlo or Dr. Darren, my ghost. Shout out to Big Ethan, Lucky Coin Syndicate. Hardcore Leveling. Gosu, Dumpling Boy. Oh yeah, Young Be the Invincible too, because of Gosu. Lookism cool. H-Mate, another smart one. I like Windbreaker. I was going up crazy for that. Rolled Down in Truth and Love is like a high fantasy pornographic fantasy saga. I like Bastard, Safe for Rent. She is young, and yeah, like there's a lot that I like. I just don't talk about them that often. But yeah, there's a good amount that I'm quite fond of. I have it's crazy because I have so much just sitting there. I just don't know if they're gonna come for me if I post it. But I should just put it out there. You would get like two read throughs of me sitting for about 2 hours reading through it, and then I think I did like one little video. But it's actually on my hard drive from my other computer from when I broke it, so I have to pull it off of that. But it actually is there. So yeah, Redstone, that shit takes me back. One of the first one I read, but I don't remember shit though. Gosu, yes, Gosu. God of Wrath is good. Oh, Dice. I used to read Dice, the one where you do the game and then you could like up your physical stats and appearance and stuff based on that. I used to read Dice a lot. That's another one. Black Cage was some of our first ones. Yeah, I feel it. I heard good things about Purple Hyacinth. Purple Hyacinth honestly reminds me of an Image comic book. I think that's why I like it so much. It's great. Aries Ultimate Top Manhwa. I'm not mad at it. Oh yeah, I guess thing counts too. Well, you know what? You did say webtoons and manhwa, which means any manga that's a Korean graphic novel. I really like Zippy Ziggy. Zippy Ziggy has, in my opinion, if not my favorite, one of the greatest first chapters of all time. That shit, when I read it, I don't think I've ever laughed that hard at chapter one. I was crying. I gave myself an ab workout. The Breaker is also up there, but I haven't read The Breaker since the second season. I got to catch up. I know it's ongoing right now. But I think Zippy Ziggy is hilarious. Oh my God, that shit is so funny. Dice ending was overdone. Dice is way too long. Yeah, I couldn't keep going. I gave up, but yeah. What happened to the Tibetan read? Well, Barry, this you asked. That's the niggas that strike me the other day. Them niggas strike me on a video with like 400 views. I should have listened. I should have listened. That's where I got my second YouTube strike. It was from friggin' Tabate. I ain't reading that shit. I'm mad at it now. I'm angry towards the series. I have nothing but anger towards it right now. Oh man. I said copyright school. What the fuck is this? Let me post my damn video. They would not let me. And when I saw what video it was, I'm like, I don't even remember making this. So yeah. I realized some other nerd about the job because the character started to really frustrate me. Koga Ninja, I understand. It's very repetitive, honestly, so I get it. And it's one of those series where every character tries to grandstand on a moral stance, but they have no moral ground to stand on. So I'm like, I understand Arlo's a dickhead to you, but John, you're not any better. Sierra, you're not any Serafina, you're not any better. What's the dumb girl I can't stand? She's the I can't remember. But shout out to Cecile. Newspaper, journalism, Clark Kent, we out here, Daily Planet, Daily Bugle. You're nobody ever mentions Chinese in the Trap. I love that series. I don't think I read that. I read something called something about the Grim Reaper. I was reading that a little bit. The Grim Reaper one. I used to read is it called Room of Swords or Sword of Tombs? Damn it, it's not coming to me. There's a lot I used to read a lot of webtoons, fam, like for real. I'm old. I got responsibilities. Like I gotta go just now. Like I got a thing to do in a bit. So like, you know? So yeah. The Joker out. Is it Remy? Remy, yes, Remy. Remy, shut up. Do you like any villains in manhwa at all? Are any of them good? Like bad guys in manhwa and webtoons? Yeah. I don't think Jihad is bad. He's an antagonist, you know. I thought Helljoe is actually underrated. I actually don't hate Dr. Cromwell from Noblesse. I actually think that he might have been one of the only saving races of that series. I'm not gonna look you in the eye and tell you it's a great series. Go read it. It's my first webtoon, my introduction to this back in 2010. So it's always gonna hold a place in my heart for that. But I actually thought Dr. Cromwell was solid, all things considered. I might be out of people though. I'll think about that. You think that's a good stream? Top 10 villains or top 20, 15 villains in manhwa? I like that. That's an idea. There's no pen around me. That's an idea. You put into words perfectly too repetitive. Aside from Kubera, Ordeal Hero, oh, Ordeals that new one with the black people, right? Am I thinking of the right thing? Everyone watching the read with the black people in it. Grim Reaper the season looking good. Okay, yeah, nice. People Ordeal. All right, no villain says manhwa genre like 100. There's like 1,000 super popular manhwas where the setting is medieval and the MC is the villain and female. Oh, really? No, I don't think I know what that is. No, I don't think I've ever experienced one. Do I? Did I? I don't think so. Give me an example. It's not it's not Panda kind of series. Don't worry. Okay, I'll give it a shot then. Can I read that without getting killed? Part of the reason that I've been a little bit like less not I don't I could say that I've been a little less motivated in general, but that's because I feel like these apps and sites like YouTube and Twitch are killing your creative ability with all these terms of service rules and whatnot, and it's highly annoying. Where like now apparently per video you're supposed to be limited to like 20 webtoon panels, 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, bro, I don't want to just come face cam all the time, but it's getting harder and harder to do anything else because you guys don't let me do nothing. Yesterday I reacted to a bunch of game shows and they muted everything copyrighted. I'm like, but I see people live react to game shows all the time and they don't get copyrighted or anything of the sort. So I'm just like it's getting harder and harder to do anything. I recently I tried to put out my Tower of God part 3 of Tower of God characters named after football players or inspired by football players, and I tried reversing it, speeding it up, covering it, all kinds of overlays and filters, could not get past that copyright. They were not having it. Granted, that's FIFA footage and UEFA footage. That wasn't like a webtoon thing, but it's just getting harder and harder, and I don't know how to circumvent a lot of these things because sometimes I'd be on here and someone just has the whole raw chapter of Tower of God with thousands of views and their channel's not gone. And I'm like, but what the ass is this? But what your ass is this? Right? So what could you do? All right, Ordeal's like X mix anime. Okay, I'll get a sheet. I'll give it a peep. Ordeal is line webtoon, so the same rules like TOG and Coop may apply. It is what it is, but yeah, that's life. Y'all think I should post this? I think I'll post this on YouTube. I'll put a spoiler warning, but I think I'll post this. I think we had a good and fun discussion. I am going to post this. I do have to step out. I gotta deal with some license. It got music. Is it like copyright music or like free music, dude? Read Ordeal. I told you on Twitter, Nia, please. I know who you are. I know who you are. All right. I'll give it a shot. My top 5 would be TOG, Omniscient Reader, Solo Leveling, Ordeal, The World After the Fall. I don't like Solo Leveling. I have one Soul Leveling video, and it's still like one of my most popular videos. I don't think it's a bad series. It's just not really like my cup of tea. You can make 4 different videos with this stream. Yeah, it's okay. I'll just drop the one. I think I'm gonna drop the one. Call the video. Does SIU need to reflect? Nah, bars. Nah, facts. Oh, I have to screenshot that. I'm giving you credit. I'm giving you credit in the description. The Patreon gang. Big shout out to everybody who supports me on Patreon. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to the CBL. That's the certified BAM lovers. But I gotta give a bigger shout out to the Priests of Fire. Those are the certified Brilliant lovers. Are they the real CBL? I don't know. They just might be. But incredible big shout out to the Fifth Zan Gods, my tier 3 patrons. Big shout out to Abdel, Alan, Andrew, Ashu, Childish New Jabbish, Danny402, I think one or I, Dang, Tris, Fairs, Johnny Rogers, Lazy Dragon, Lucky Roo, Makai, Maury, Rap ZB, Revenant, Scobe, Shoddy to your body, Simi, Sonny Kathapali, Ticos, Tino Brown, Rec Mazzino, and Zachary Cooper. Whoops, I lied, there's two more. Zodiac, Nemiko, and Zyler Scotty. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. And for anyone who wants to know how they can support me without giving me money, you watch as much as you can, you like the video, you comment, you share, and you tell people about me. Spread the word about the legend of Hemmings. All right, I'm out, man. Yeah.